So today I want to talk about the idea of what we do when we come to pass on our beautiful gold stacks. Now I've got a few bits and pieces here, mainly sovereigns in the back and in the hand there. Then we've got a few quarter ounce, 10th ounce and whatnot, all in the middle. But today's video I want to really address the idea of passing the gold down. You know, how do you go about it? Maybe not safely, maybe safely isn't the word, but in the sort of most efficient way possible. So, curious, are you getting, the next generation interested in the stack or trying to? Maybe making an effort to gain some sort of interest in coin collecting, gold collecting, or are you just going to be simply leaving a bag of sovereigns in the sock drawer and hoping they get put to good use? So, obviously, we make some sacrifices to stack our gold. We are obviously not spending all our money. We are putting it into these beautiful gold coins. And over time, we're hoping that they're going to look after us or perhaps our family in the future. So, yeah, I found a few people that have commented, they're having the next generation either just not interested, not really caring, or they've not actually perhaps told anybody, and it's definitely, a concern, a consideration for what will happen in the future. Now, we obviously want to make sure that the maximum returns are realised for the family, or perhaps you don't. Perhaps you just don't care, you're going to be gone and it'll be their problem to sort out. So, yeah, I'm curious what you think. Are you making plans for that, or are you just going to literally, you go on and that's that, leave them to it and let them sort themselves out? Or maybe, you're going to just enjoy your gold before you go and go in owing, making sure that you are, not leaving any penny left and let them fend for themselves. There's definitely an argument for that as well. So, yeah, quite curious. What is your plan? Have you had any success, and have you managed to introduce perhaps the next generation to the gold stack or your coin collection if it's perhaps not just gold? And, is there perhaps instructions of what for them to do when they, come to perhaps realise the value of it? For example, I know there's a couple of gold dealers or gold sort of buying shops, pawnbrokers, things like that. And some of them will give absolutely terrible prices. Speaking to one who, he shared what he'd paid for a few things that came in, and it was worrying. I would hate for anyone I know to go into that place and sell the gold. If they're selling scrap, he's paying good prices, but if you've got like a beautiful shield sovereign, it is definitely worth more than scrap to some people. So you shouldn't be giving the scrap price for such a coin. Same with other certain items that we're in, like scrap jewellery, things like that, absolutely fine. His prices for that are pretty fair, pretty good. But you've got to think, like, I would cringe if I saw somebody, trading in all this stack here that we've got. It's not the full stack necessarily, but there's certainly some premium to be realised in some of these items, and even if not, they've got to be worth spot, So I'd really hate for anyone in my family or anyone just in general to go there and sell the gold. Would just, would be frightening, really. All that value just gone. But, obviously people have got to make a profit, and the customer is free to choose where they want to go and sell the gold. So it's a case of ignorance being expensive. So perhaps putting a plan in place for, future family members or future generations to how to liquidate if that's what they choose to do. Maybe they're going to keep it and just for sentimental reasons hang on to it and think, well, just, we don't need the money, it's sat there. Or maybe they're going to come into the money and want to just spend it all straight away, blow it on a holiday or something daft. Not saying there's anything wrong with holidays, but, it'd be a shame to, just literally blow it and not have something to show for it. So for me personally, I don't mind selling gold if it's to buy more gold or other assets, you know, I would consider selling. I don't like the idea of selling the whole stack. Just doesn't sit with me. I like to hold some physical gold, and you know, obviously I love the coins. It's exciting to collect new pieces and see what comes up, that sort of thing. Obviously, collect date rooms and different coins, different shields, different designs. But yeah, in general, the sort of easiest way out for somebody would perhaps be if you were just purely stacking a load of bullion sovereigns and bullion Britannias, things like that in the UK. The local mints in your country, whether it's kangaroos or eagles, whatever you're stacking where you are. Or maybe that the majority of dealers don't care what the gold is where you are. Maybe there's no particular tax incentives, or maybe you're not penalised for any particular type of gold. So maybe you've got bars and just whatever was cheapest at the time. You've got a whole mix of stuff. I think it'd be useful, rather than to perhaps let the family members know the actual cost of buying. Maybe know that the true value, what you should realistically be able to get for certain coins, because I might have bought my first shields. I don't know which shields these are, but my first shields, around the £350 mark. Now you'd realistically be looking close to £500 for such shields. My cheapest sovereigns were £230, and now again they're sort of double that. So the family member might take a look and think, oh, well, there's £100 profit there if I sell it for £400, and that would be an absolute disaster. They could easily sell it for 1 or 2% within spot price, or even closer, over spot. But yeah, it's definitely something to consider, and something I've been thinking about more and more. I've got the majority of the stack is best value type bullion prices. There is a few different coins that I've paid more for, and there are some coins that have a premium sort of collector value in the right market. But at the end of the day, it wouldn't be my problem to liquidate it. It's not my problem, not here. But I still want it to be done efficiently, and obviously the best for the family and whoever it ends up looking after in the future. So maybe you've got a crazy idea of just setting a big treasure hunt, go and hide it somewhere and just leave it as a bit of a laugh, take it to the grave that someone might find it one day, and it'll probably change their life. So yeah, I'm curious what your thoughts are. Have you got family members involved? Have you successfully done it? Have you unsuccessfully tried? Are you looking at other options, or leaving specific instructions? And yeah, hopefully we can have a good discussion in the comments, and look forward to talking to you there.